Hmm. Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. I wasn't too sure which title to go with, but does Claire need a restraining order on Kyle, on the Young and the Restless? And before I do that, I want to sit there and give a huge shout out and special thank you to Amy H for the super chat. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great day. Good evening, Blackmon. Why is there no volume? There we go. Okay. So I'll sit there and say this again. Want to give a special shout out to Amy H for the super chat. Thank you so much, Amy. Appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. It definitely does help out the channel. Black Miles in the chat. Crystal's in the chat. And as I said before, does Claire need a restraining order on the Young and Restless? Because I'm starting to sit there and think she does. And his idiotic parents, as much as I love Jack and Diane, you ain't doing this man any favors. We got a lot to talk about, people. We got a lot to talk about. So, hit the like button as you're coming in. I'm doing good, Black Mom. I'm doing good. How are you doing? How you doing, Black Mom? Albert Langston, how are you doing? How's my... I wish I would have went to the liquor store earlier. Hold on. Jesus Christ. It just starts by itself? Okay. But yeah. Does Claire need a restraining order? By the way, I was going with different titles, but I have to sit there and say The Young and the Restless has been the best soap opera of the week. What's good, Sean, aka 80 Sean? How you doing tonight? The Young and the Restless has been the best soap opera this whole week, hands fucking down. Hands down. They've been the best all week. They just have. I know, listen, I know some GH fans may not like that. Trust me, I grew up watching GH, was watching GH since high school. So you don't have to sit there and tell me how amazing GH is. But they've been slacking, and Young and Restless, even with Lily being fucking annoying today, they did their thing. But we're gonna sit there and talk about all that. Um, actually came. Oh, wow! I was actually early. I was actually early. I'm usually not this early. I'm tired of Brit treating Jason like that. Oh, I got some shit to talk about tonight. My stream is not going to be for the faint of heart. I'm going to have to put my foot on Carly's neck, virtually speaking. And I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to sit there and talk about Tracy and her bullshit. And the fans. Tracy didn't do anything wrong. Okay. Mm-hmm. Tracy didn't do anything wrong. One person actually sat there and said it twice as though Tracy is a stuck up, snobbish ass woman. And I'm trying not to use the B word tonight. But if I start drinking, that shit's just gonna fly out. But the family apologized and I understood that. Tracy apologized too, and she should apologize. Treating Ronnie like shit. That is what universe? I swear, I feel like when people like Tracy, they just ignore the shit that she does. They ignore the fact that she acts uppity, she acts snobbish, she talks down to people, and she act like she can't get. I remember when Courtney smacked the shit out of her. I should find that clip at some point. So I remember Courtney slapped the shit out of her. And she was all like, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you. Yeah. She showed your ass that you can get touched. Smack the fire off that chick. If I remember, I'm gonna make that shit my mission this whole goddamn week. I bring the receipts. And I don't give a shit who I get upset. Who gets upset about that? Like I said, I got some shit to talk about tonight. I didn't stream yesterday, so all that stuff, and plus today, and I'm waiting for my Days fans to come in here so we could sit there and talk about Days. Because I'm not gonna be nice, I'm just not. Okay, so I see we got a lot of my GH fans in this chat. Hmm. I don't know what Carly is doing. I don't know her end game. If Carly's end game is to replace Jack with somebody else, that is an ass backwards move, and it does not make any sense. Because she literally sat there and says, as long as I am dating Jack, he has incentive to keep Jocelyn safe. I can care less. Oh, listen, Sean, I'm going there. I'm going there. Feel like I have to make up for lost times. Oh, Sean. Albert says my sister has been on my nerves about Beyond the Trash. Gays like, how is that show that damn good? And she talks about G's being B or trash. Oof. Well, what is that like? what what is that like? I don't understand Carly's methods because if you are saying that Jack is going to keep my daughter safe, then why would you want to replace him? Why would you want to take Jack, who is pretty much giving her light assignments up until this point, replace with somebody else who's not going to give a shit if Johnson gets hurt or not? What do you plan on doing? You plan on just hog tying Josh, throwing her into the back of your trunk and driving her off somewhere? Like I said, she sounds like a damn hypocrite. You put my daughter in danger. You've been putting your daughter in danger the minute she was born. You had Sonny be her stepdad, but Jack is putting her in danger. Yeah, okay, Bordeaux. Mm-hmm. You got jokes tonight. Remember that dumb shit came out of her mouth? I was like, wow, okay. You are on one. And Sean, see, this is why I have to sit there and put my foot on Carly's neck, right? Because don't get me wrong, there's times where I like Carly. Okay, there's times I like Carly. Okay, Carly is a very complex and interesting character. So she's not all bad, okay? I know people are gonna sit there and say, "Oh my God, Albert, you're hating on Carly." Carly has a good sides, okay? There's times I like Carly, okay? But the times where I feel like she annoys me is the time where I feel like I need to sit there and say something. And when I say something, I don't just sit there and be light-handed with it. No, I go in. Carly, you're a goddamn hypocrite. You are. You chose you chose your happiness over your kid's safety. And there is no excuse for that. There is no excuse for that. Okay? Michael paid the price because you decided you love Sonny more than you cared about your son's safety. So This whole revenge quest that she got going on, I don't give two flying shits. I simply don't. You've been putting your kids in danger your whole life because of the selfish choices that you made. So excuse me if I don't sit there and be like, go Carly. Go Carly my ass. What else happened to them? Besides Carly. Now they're finding like 14 different reasons of why Sonny can't just sit there and take out the big bad. Like, Sonny back in the days, like Jason, a new person coming to town, Sonny tells Jason, go take that dude out. Go take that dude out. Jason does it in the story. Now we gotta go through all this goddamn red tape, and Justine is on him. The WSB is on him. Okay, Sonny, well, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have a rap battle? Like, how are you planning on taking this guy out, being a mobster, the kingpin of Port Charles, and you can't sit there and touch this guy because I don't know. Sitwell will have no problem sitting there taking out Sonny. Laura's worried. Laura's worried about her campaign. I was like, you should be worried about your campaign. You decide to sit there and constantly be hanging out and having dinner with the local mobster, and now you're all like, oh, Boyles is gonna sit there and use the Sunny angle against me. I was like, well, maybe if you didn't sit there and hang out with Sunny so goddamn much, he wouldn't have any ammunition. Now would he? And I know a certain someone will sit there and say, but they share a grandchild. So fucking what? Like Jess said, do you want to be a mayor? Because if you want to be a mayor, then you can't be hanging out with Sonny. I don't give a shit how much family you got in between. Laura has always Laura has boggled me and bugged me, boggled me and bugged me because you hanging out with Cyrus. Cyrus put your little girl in a coma. People want to make excuses. You hang. Langston says my sister is always on my nerves about that damn Beyond the Gates. When it gets canceled, I'm gonna laugh because GH and the other subs are going to still be running trash toilet ass. Gates is canceled. I mean, Beyond the Gates isn't exactly a good show, despite how many people keep coming up in my. I mean, I had this one person that came in there and started like getting upset with me because I simply said, you know what? I don't think Beyond the Gates is a good show. And this idiot jackass came in here talking about what Beyond the Gates is a great show. What is wrong with you? I was like, what is wrong with you? Why are you getting so butthurt about me sitting there disliking a fictional show? What kind of unchanged people do you have on the internet? And it's not like it's one of those things where you want to talk about it, you want to have a good conversation about it, you want to discuss it. This is the place to do it. What is not okay is you coming at me sideways, calling me names because I don't like a show that you like. Certain level of derangedness that I just I find that shit very unhealthy. Like go outside and touch some grass. But I guess we'll sit there and talk about that too. Talk about that as well. Um, so the thing I was like, yo, where's my book at? It's. I mean, I can't say it's giving me Tyler Perry vibes because I haven't really watched anything Tyler Perry, but there's some things that the show can do to fix up, to fix up the show. It's not like it is the lowest out of all five of them. There's characters I don't like. There is stories that just don't really work for me, and even when they do go somewhere, they generally start to go nowhere. You know, like I don't care anything about whatever Leslie has to say. I don't care. Vanessa Smith there trying to play gangster is just annoying. Um, Ashley and Derek are just bad actors, and they're shitty ass characters too that really deserve each other, and I don't feel bad for either one of them. Watching that stupid ass photo shoot that they did today, it's like it was just a torturous scene. Shanice, they're giving her way too many speaking parts. I can do without. And Martin, oof, I wait till some more Beyond the Gates fans come in and start talking about that shit. He was annoying me as well. Um, and that's another thing with today's episode. Like the Carly and Valentine scenes didn't go anywhere. It did not go anywhere. It was damn near pointless. All Valentine did was tell Carly the consequences if the plan should fail. That was it. Also, they had okay, so I gotta sit there and take a look at this scene. They had a scene today with Felicia. It was for you gotta watch this after the stream. There's a scene with Felicia and some guy. I don't know who this guy is. I gotta find where it's at. Yeah, I wanna watch it later on. Seems like they might have put some extra in it. Felicia takes on the replacer. I don't understand what was the scene about. I was hyped that Peter, what you call, was on GH. I don't really understand. I got okay. So apparently this guy is supposed to be famous. Some guy named Peter Stormer or S- Stromer. This scene made out. Here's the sad thing about this scene. Unless you know who this person is, this scene made no sense whatsoever. All I saw was a guy that was staring and being kind of creepy at Felicia. Hand her a stack of papers, and then caught a pen and walked away. And I don't even know if I included it in my review because I was like, I didn't know who he was. So I don't even know if I even put that shit in there. I know somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, you probably forgot this scene." I was like, "Yeah, I did." What was the scene about? You tell me. Langston says GH has gotten really better compared to last year. It really, really, I really has, and I'm enjoying it. I don't even remember GH last year. I just don't. So I'll take your word for it. Hmm. Jay Blue, it's been a minute. How the hell have you been? It's been way too long. Like, what is going? Is there like a Is there a baseball game on tonight or something, or a football game? Because usually some of my people that's here is not here. I'm like, what is going on? Checking to sit there and see if there's like other people streaming. There you go. What's good, Jonathan? Grieving, life is living. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Sitwell is broken. I totally forgot about talking about Sitwell tonight. Fucking Sitwell. Sitwell. Yes, I did, Jonathan. Very genius pick. Very genius pick, Jonathan. You, my friend, are a genius. What's good, Amber? Yeah. So Britt, oh, and Lucas is living with Sitwell and Marcos, and Marcos does not see a problem with that. What's good, Tanya? Oh, come on, Tanya. Let people talk about the show. No topics is is off limits. Well, except for politics and you know. Yes, it will, Jonathan. You picked a good one. What's good, Amber? I know it took long enough, right, Jay Blue? I'm like, yo, listen, I don't have the patience. They've been going a little bit too long. I'm like, ugh. What's good, Lady V? You haven't you haven't spoken to me lately. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. What's good, Lady V? It's good to have you here tonight. I think I just hit like the like button on the comment, but I appreciate it. I appreciate you writing yesterday. Yeah, listen, Jordan, Curtis, Portia, and Isaiah are all trash. Like they all have trash tendencies. I did, Jonathan, and I don't know if you saw my review. I'm gonna sit there and tell you right now. When Thomas got hit by that car, I'm gonna be honest, I did not give a damn. I saw that shit as karma. Nobody told his little ass to be sitting there running in the goddamn streets, sitting there yelling at your father like you forgot the pecking order. I'm like, you don't, you don't talk to your dad like that. Your dad should not be petrified at talking to cat. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. Well, the asshole was pissing me off. I'm like, yeah, no, it's good to see you, Lady V. I was off yesterday, so I have some shit to talk about. Oh, Carly and that half-baked, half-ass bullshit plan of hers. I don't know. Just it's stupid. It's asinine, and it, I don't even know what her end goal is. I don't know what her end goal is. Oh, he definitely will, Jay Blue. And Marcos is an idiot for sitting there moving him there. Like you still was like, come on, son. We doing an illegal activity, right? We doing illegal shit here, right? What if he stumbles in? Oh, he works late and he's barely home, and that's some shit you want to sit there and take a. Who's running this shit? Was good. Um, Danny Bear 87. Why they write Marcos like a moron? Like, you doing some illegal shit with your dad, and your dumbass is like, well, I think you should move into the castle with us. Move into the castle when you're constantly talking with your dad about illegal shit. It's like the jokes just write themselves. Hmm. Exactly, Jonathan. And you know what? I would laugh my ass off. I don't know. I don't see that. That's the thing, though, Jonathan. Right? So, like, what is your end goal? Right? Do you want to replace Jocelyn's boss with somebody else? Because if that's the case, you're not. I said the same thing, Jay Blue. I think Ava said that. Ava was like, you're a doctor, he's a lawyer. You could sit there and get a nice place. I'm not ready for that. Okay, well, moving with me. I don't know. Well, the thing is with Brad, he's not Brad. I, listen, he's not Brad. You shouldn't be sitting there you shouldn't be trauma dumping what happened with Brad onto Marcos. That's not fair. But yes, I'm just like, if you, she literally sat there and said, she literally sat there and said, um, one second, Langston. She literally sat there and said that for right now, Jocelyn is safe because he has incentive to protect Jocelyn as long as he is dating her. So, what happens when you're not dating Jack and she gets a new boss? Then what? Like, then that plan goes out the goddamn window. I'm pretty sure you mean idiot, right, Sean? Langston says, I heard Bob Guza is back in retirement. That man didn't get to do explosions or big events, but I guess soaps don't have the budgets like they used to. Yep. Yeah, I didn't feel like Bob Guza. I mean, I know Bob Guza is known for a lot of things, but that's not what he's most popularly known for. No, no, no. Maybe they didn't want to, maybe they didn't want to sit there and go the General Hospital route with the explosions and the gunfights and stuff like that. That's a General Hospital sort of thing, you know? That's a General Hospital sort of thing. Let's see this. Yeah, I like the show. I mean, listen, I've seen people come in here and one person said that he didn't like Bob Guza. I mean, he said that get Bob Guza off my television screen or something. So some people didn't like Bob Guza, but I did. Oh, they did? Okay, that's interesting, Jonathan. No, he doesn't. Brendan needs a reality check. What kind of excuse would Johnson have to be constantly at? Oh, at Spoon Island. Hmm. I don't feel sorry for Ashley, and I don't feel sorry for Derek. I don't feel sorry for either one of them. Ashley Smith did try to get back with Andre, like, well, Because my whole thing is like she really. I felt like she was happy that Derek disappointed her, and for her to use those exact words, "You only stayed in that chair because you was afraid I was going to go to Andre," was the fact that you put that fear in his heart like that. You put that goddamn fear there. You know, you could have worked that shit out. You could have. You didn't want to marry the guy. That's why you didn't even sit there and set a date. Fuck out of here. So when Andre pretty much like, no, I'm with Danny, and she started crying by herself, I was like, I don't know who's supposed to sit there and feel bad for you. I don't know what universe that anybody supposed to sit there and feel bad for you. Also, just on days, for anyone who's watching days, I don't feel bad for Leo or Javi. What is Lulu wearing today? It's a good question. Um, Both of y'all two didn't fight for that kid. Y'all didn't sit there and try to adopt him. Y'all just sat there and said, well, we talked to one lawyer. They gave us bad news, and I guess that was that. Now you see both of them sit there crying. I'm like, and Jennifer acting like she didn't hit Gwen with a car while she was drunk or high. Absolutely, Jay Blue. Yes. Pascal knows Jocelyn is a WSP agent. So this mission is going to be a lot more dangerous. It's going to be a hell of a lot more dangerous, but that's going to be the fun of it. Now I know some people don't like Jocelyn, the WSB stuff, da 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 da. Some people want Emma to sit there and be WSB, da 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 da. I get it, but it is what it is. That's what it is. So, you know, Emma is totally fine. Emma is totally fine with letting Charlotte try to steal some keys from Britt, but she was worried about Geo. She was worried about Geo getting in trouble. But I guess what Charlotte and Rocco are expendable. I don't even I don't even understand how that works out in her head. Like I don't get that. Jay Blue, the shock when when Jocelyn tells Jocelyn tells Sonny, or the reason why Jocelyn joined that WSB was to bring down Sonny. Sean said GH is all over the place. Bro, GH has always been all over the place. Like GH has always been all over the place. I can't listen. I can't think of a time that GH was not all over the place. I've been watching the show since the year 2000. General Hospital has always been all over the place. Yeah. Okay. So I was like, that's actually the norm. If we're gonna be honest, that's the norm. That ain't nothing new. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it, Sean. You just venting. See, here's my whole thing. This is the reason why a lot of times, I know, right? I shook my head when Rocco agreed to help her. Another excuse for Dante to get angry at Gio. Yep, facts. All over the place. But see, this is why, in a lot of ways, I can rock with Days of Our Lives. Because Days of Our Lives be a lot more focused. It's so focused that most of the times I don't even really need to write notes. I don't even really need to write notes for days because they don't throw they don't have 12 to 16 characters on in one episode. They don't do that. They don't do that. So like, oh my God. Mm. And like I said, you know, I mean, I don't think anyone here. Yep, Sammy's engaged. I wish I could sit there and say I cared. I would seriously, I wish I could sit there and say I cared that Sammy's coming back. But I feel like Sammy coming back and people being excited, like that's for the OG me. That's for the OG people. That's for the OG fans that have really loved Sammy's character. Um, that she's coming back. Because I feel for me personally, every time that Sammy has come back, I just have not cared. The only time that she came back and was like only time that I still wouldn't care. Only time, okay, Jonathan. The only time that I actually cared when Sammy came back was with the whole Abby story. I mean, with the whole Allie story. With the whole when everything went down with Allie and I forgot his name. Allie Trip. We gotta talk about that too. Allie Trip. What's the other guy's name? Fuck. Jonathan, who's he? Who's he? He's on Beyond the Gates now. You know who I'm talking about? The one that Ava treated her other son like shit. That's the only time I can. Charlie Dale. There we go, Jonathan. That's the only time I actually cared when she came back. Because every other time after that, it's been like, okay, that's cool. That's great. We gotta talk about this shit though. Tanya says Brad Bell is a Tyler Perry of bad writing with Bold and the Beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Bold too. Okay, so this is for the people that okay. Apparently Sienna, this is Young and Restless, Sienna and Noah, they got a sexual thing going on. Like they kiss, they hooked up, and people are just like, "Oh my God, that's so gross." They played son and fa- they played son. I mean, they played son. Yeah, they played mother and daughter. No, they played mother and son on Days of Our Lives. I was like, okay, it's called acting. It's called acting. I, that shit bugged me out when I saw the comments because I was like, I don't see anything wrong. I don't understand why. I don't understand why everyone is like, oh my God, this is so terrible. It's like they're actors. They're acting. This isn't Days of Our Lives. It's the Young and Restless. Like, I don't understand how people are just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I'm not looking at Trip and Ava. I'm looking at Noah and Sienna. Carly is kryptonite to GH. Okay. I just, I guess I just didn't understand the hang up, right? I didn't understand the hang up. I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, y'all can calm down. If you watch them on days, then it'll be gross. But that's the thing, though. I watched them on days. But see, But see, that's my whole thing though. Like, I know that they're actors on Days. So I'm not looking at Days and being like, oh my God, they're so gross, they're kissing. I'm like, okay, this is Sienna and Noah. I know they're not actually related, but it's just too weird because when I see them together, I'm reminded of Dave's character. See, that's a mindset. I think that's probably what that is. That's the mindset. No, I did. I did. I did Danny Bear. I watched the same thing too. But see, that's my whole thing. That's a mindset. He's sitting there thinking of them as the characters on Days. I'm not thinking of them as the characters on Days. So for me, it's just not, you know, like that's a mind thing. So that I guess that's why I find it more funny because I find it more as a mind thing than anything else. Yeah, J Blue, that's just Sean. He just likes to vent. Um, I don't know. I just like I said, I found it a contentious point to just laugh at. Like they're actors. It's like they play they play characters. Like I don't know. That's where I'm coming from. Like I said, I am enjoying the Young and the Restless. Young and the Restless. They were on longer than you watched. Yeah, but I mean, I can still differentiate the. I can still sit there and tell the characters like that's still. But like what I'm saying, Danny Bear, is that it's a mindset thing. You know what I'm saying? Like when y'all look at it, y'all looking at it as mother and son because y'all seeing Dave's characters. I don't see them as Dave's characters on there. So like for me, I just find it. I like I said, I just find it more laughable than anything else. Like it's not that serious. Like they're actors. They're not really mother and son. They're just pretending that they are. So maybe in my head I process it a little bit differently. Um but like I said when I first started, The Young and the Restless has been the best soap opera this week. This week it's been the best. Cheese has been slacking. Facts, Jay Blue, facts. Exactly, Tanya. Yeah, Wally Kerr and Jane Elliott. If I saw scenes, if I watched scenes of Wally Kerr and Jane Elliott being husband and wife, I'm not gonna be like, ew, oh my god, that's terrible. And I've been watching General Hospital since high school. It'll take time to get used to. Yeah, I guess for some people. I don't know. Like I said, my mind just maybe just works a little bit different, but um Lily's getting on my goddamn nerves. Lily Lily's getting on my nerves. I am sick and tired of her constantly lecturing um Kane. Oh my god, you're so irresponsible. This is the reason why people don't like Jay, I said the same thing. I was like, who that apparently he's a big deal. He's somewhat of a big deal. What the hell is that guy's name? Felicia takes on the replacer. Johnson says, well, to be fair, Albert, it is similar situation for you when it comes to recast. You seem to have a harder time seeing an actor known for playing a familiar character on a show, stepping to another. Okay, I see what you're saying, Jonathan. Okay, what's good, Sean? Kane needs to stop talking to Leah. Facts, facts. You know, she was on the phone. She was like, "Oh, can I sit down?" No, you can't. Because if you're going to sit there and start with that lecturing bullshit, we got nothing to say. Something that's been really pissing me off is that every time she gets angry, he just takes it. There's no pushback. There's no, okay, I had enough. He just says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I I'm so sorry." Fuck up with the goddamn sorries. Stop apologizing. Um, what's good, Sean? I don't know. I guess for me, it just doesn't really take time with the whole them kissing thing. But yeah, just stop talking to her. Like I'm so sick and tired of those scenes. Like she comes in, she's constantly just like yammering at him. Like enough is enough. Honestly, tell you the truth, I think that was the only sour part of the Young and the Restless was that. But yeah, who the hell is that person? Who is that person? No, we don't need campiness. Always gotta sit there and see somebody say some dumb shit online. That's Peter something. Yeah, exactly, LaShawn. Get a goddamn restraining order on Kyle. Lily, Lily was just a fucking nag. She was just a goddamn nag. That's all she seems to do. Yeah, some guy named Peter something. Fuck. What do I want it? What's good, Queen of the South? How you doing tonight? I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Listen, Felicia was definitely not needed in this episode. Felicia was definitely not needed in this episode. I don't know what she was doing there. Of course, Queen, of course. You know, yeah, she was random because she was paired up with some fucking weirdo. Some guy named Peter. That's the thing. I feel like it was one of those inside jokes. Like if you knew who he was, I think it would have been more like an ah or gaga. Like I'm reading some of the comments, and people are very happy to sit there and see that guy with Felicia. But for everybody else, we're like, I have no idea who the fuck they are. Like I don't know who you are. Um, and yeah, she just seems like she just has an attitude with everybody. You know, the thing is, Sean, like Jason just, well, hopefully Britt doesn't have an attitude towards Jason moving forward because he did give her that new car. He co-signed that shit. Facts, facts. Good night, Tanya. Facts. I mean, listen, I guess she wants to stop the animal testing. I'm all for that, but like, you gonna get these kids in trouble. Sean says, Albert, they sort of mentioned Sam on a Halloween. She was a better actor than Molly. Eh, yeah, yeah, that's your opinion, but yeah, they did. Um, Listen, I'll sit there and say this. I don't like who Sam became towards the end of her run. She was not the Sam she was not the Sam that was the ride or die chick that had Jason's back, that had no problem going up against Carly, face down, Manny Louise. I miss that Sam, not the Karen Sam that was coming at Jason constantly and being all nasty and rude. Like, nah, that Sam can go. I heard on an interview that Kelly Monaco was asked a question, and she was like, I don't even know who I'm playing anymore. Like she didn't even recognize her character. I'm like, you know it's bad when Kelly Monaco, who has been playing Sam for 20 something years, said in an interview that she didn't recognize who her character was. That was mind blowing right there. That was telling right there. And then Kelly Monaco was fired allegedly. Let's be honest, we don't know what happened. That's right, Langston. And I would too, Sean. I would too. Because that's the problem. That's the problem with these stories. There's always three sides to a story. There's Kelly Monaco's perspective, there's Frank Valentini's perspective. Somewhere in there, you know, is the truth. But people came at Frank V's neck with no goddamn proof. I think that's why I start to draw issues. I think that's why I'm like, you have no proof of anything, and yet you coming at Frank V's neck. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, her character was ass towards the end. That's why I've been liking. That's why I have liked doing these member streams, specifically the GH ones, because we get to watch old school Sam when Sam was a fucking badass before they turned her into, well, shit. I was cool with it, Sean. I was cool with it. I know a lot of people online was like, "Oh my god, they're age different, and also Jason dated Robin. That's so weird," and a whole bunch of other slew of complaints. Wah 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 wah. That is what it is, Jay Blue. I get it. Can't please everyone. Trust me. There's shit. There's things that I like. There's things that I like. Listen, I was cool with Anna being with Jason. I was cool with Anna being with Jason, but I get it at the same time. I like the Jocelyn story, right? And some people don't like the Jocelyn WSB stories. So, can't please everyone, you know. I mean, hell. Can you imagine if we all sat there and agreed on the same things? Get a point of that, which is fine. My whole thing is like, as long as people are somewhat respectful, you know, and not just act like assholes, I'm cool with it. Unlike the Wild Wild West days. Those days should have put my foot down a lot more. But what are you gonna do? But since they went to since they went to the five poppies, yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, Danny Bear, yeah. When they seemed like they were about to get shot and executed, they kissed. They were a thing. And listen, I don't do couplings. I don't give two flying shits about that. But I was cool with it though. Was good, Eagle? I forgot Mass Wife used to be Nick's son's. Yep. I feel like it's funny, Eagle, because you, Danny Bear, and Jonathan feel like that. I'm cool with it because I'm not looking at them as Trip and Ava. You know, if you're Days fans, then yeah, it's gonna throw you a little bit. But just for the Y&R fans that don't know anything about that, yeah, I get it. I get it, Eagle. I gotta say, you, Danny Bear, and Jonathan are in the same camp. I guess my mind just processing a little bit different. Oh, okay. Langston, that I will respectfully disagree with you on. I will respectfully disagree with you on that. Beyond the Gates has the best intro. Beyond the Gates, out of all five of the soap operas, have the best intro. Period. Like that's my personal opinion, and I put a fucking stamp on that shit. Ego, we were just talking about that. Like, I'm just personally tired of seeing Lily constantly get up in Kane's face, and there's no pushback from Kane. There's none, none. For me, it's as far as intros go, it's going to be Beyond the Gates, and then Bold and the Beautiful, then Young and the Restless. Hmm. I guess I'll sit there and go with what you call it. I go with Days because like GH just seems fucking lazy. Like I wish I could sit there and play the theme song, but like YouTube and music and shit. But like their early 2007, 2006 intro was the best. Um, GH. There was a point where GH, All My Children, and One Life to Live had very similar intros. They were like super flashy. They were, they had like this nighttime um black like backspace kind of intro. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like they used to like even all my children's intro was fucking fire. And I know some people didn't like it. They used to the old one, blah 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 blah. Eagle says in 1 week, YouTube and Disney is no close to an agreement. I think YouTube wins. In the end, they are a much bigger company than Disney. You know, I mean, for me, I don't have to worry about that. But like, I, I don't know. I feel like Disney has pull. I I feel like Disney has power. I don't know, Eagle. People don't mess with the people don't people don't mess with the mouse for no reason, bro. The mouse usually wins. The mouse usually wins. But I just remember there was one point they all had very similar themes, theme songs. Yeah, no, the mouse is gonna win. Here's my thing. The only people that's really gonna lose is the YouTube people that watch their stuff through YouTube. Those are the people that's gonna lose out. Mouse ain't going nowhere. Mouse, Mouse has. I was just wait for the shows to upload on YouTube. Yeah, I know, Eagle. That zooming in and out, big head, little head, and back and forth. Oh, the good old days. Even though that they're still here, but and it's funny too because it's like the same person that uploads General Hospital. It's the same person that uploads The Young and the Restless. I always find that funny. I always find that funny. What is the story with Audra in LA? Audra stole this man's money. She stole $500,000. Well, the guy who was being a creep and being very handsy on her, she took his wallet, and inside his wallet um was like a cashier's check or a traveling check. It was for $500,000, and she gave some money to Holden because Holden didn't say anything. Holden saw her do it and didn't say anything, and so she broke him off a little bit of bread. But so that's why he sent it telling Claire like, "Yo, listen, you can't tell the cops, you can't go to this guy because if you do, you gonna get me in trouble too." See, this guy like apparently she gave this guy a fake name, and that's why after all these years he couldn't find her. But Claire knows. So is Claire's need for revenge going to be more appetizing, you know, getting Holden in trouble? What's good, Tracy Steve? Damn, it's been a minute. How have you been? Yep, that is correct. One second. Happy Friday, though. Happy Friday, Tracy Steves. But here's the thing, though, Jonathan. At least they gave some sort of explanation, so I'm cool with that. Tracy says sometimes when you're on, I'm busy, so I do listen to you and I always don't comment. It's good to see you, though. Sean says, "What fun stuff is in store this weekend?" It's a surprise, but it's gonna be a good one, though. Have a good night, Langston. It's gonna be a good one. I don't want to spoil it, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Jonathan picked out a good character, and I picked out a good character for Saturday. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, shout out to Jonathan. Ego says being in a relationship with Kyle is like being stuck to a freezer with a pole bear. You can't move or breathe. Yeah, like that's why I sat there and said I was like, yo, um, girl may need a restraining order at this point. Girl may need a restraining order. I'm like, you flew all the way to LA. And then Jack and Diane is like, no, I think you need to go back. We're fine. You need to sit there and follow your heart. Bro, just like what are we doing at this point? Johnson says so the note Dimitri supposedly left Leo probably wasn't legit. No, no, I don't see that being legit. But my whole other thing though is like, so we see, this is my whole thing though, Jonathan. I was like, there's not there doing this whole Dimitri thing, this, that, and the third. I was like, are we gonna get the stuff in? Are we just gonna act like stuff just doesn't exist? Like what are we doing with that? And something else though, Jonathan? It's pretty disgusting to sit there and use your son as a way to get back your girlfriend. Because that's what he's been. Oh, you should come over and see Harrison's new costume. He wants to see you. He wants to hang out with you. I'm like, bro, stop. Like that's some despicable shit right there. That's some weird and despicable shit right there. Boston, you're Dimitri and Steffi are in similar situations. Yeah, I mean they're both kidnapped. I don't know. They need to do something with the whole Steffi thing. This is ridiculous at this point. Where's my goddamn music? Ego says the actor that plays Victor is over 80 years old. No one wants to see an elderly man win every storyline. That's not exciting. 1 second, Jonathan. Um, they've been doing that shit for years. They've been doing that shit for years. And here's the thing: They don't listen to the fans when it comes towards that. And don't get me wrong, I like Victor. He's a fun character, right? But like, if you're gonna sit there and bring in a heavy hitter like Kane, and you don't make him a match at all, it's like, what the fuck are we doing at this point? Johnson says, "What if Demetrius' father, Oscar, comes to Salem and gets revenge on EJ and Gwen for his son?" That'd be what's up. I mean, that'd be what's up. It just makes me think though, Jonathan, because I said this in my review. It's like, I don't know. It makes me wonder about the actor leaving. Like, was it his choice or was it a studio decision? Because I can't help with all these characters just leaving. Like, what was the other guy that we were talking about? The actor, you liked him. I can't remember him right now, but Ego says like Kane is no match, and he just shows up, and he just showed up on the show. Like, do they have to be 70 years old, like Claire's ancestor? It's no, Justin. Who's the other guy? Everett, which not exactly a fan of the name, but like the way that they killed him off, right? It just seems that Days just has this way where it's like, yeah, but that's the thing though, Igor. I remember when Jordan came to town and she poisoned the Newmans. She poisoned the Newmans, and that was exciting. I literally sat there, bro. I watched that shit at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was like, oh shit, what's gonna wind up happening? I was like, I was serious. I was like, what's gonna wind up happening? I remember actually being excited. Is the actor that playing Steffi leaving B&B? You know, it's funny. Janet actually said the same thing. She came in and I have to sit there and look this up. She said the same thing. She was like, I heard that Stephanie, the actress, is leaving the show. I was like, wait, what? That I'm not gonna lie, that shit came out of nowhere. You know where it's going. Yeah. You know the thing is, my issue with Ann Jordan is like when Ann Jordan first came to town, it was fun, it was interesting. I think when they put her in a cage, I was like, okay, that when she came back the second time, I was like, fine. She kept coming back. She kept getting out of jail. She kept coming back. And like after a while, I was like, okay, girl, now you don't watch Walker. Yeah, Sean, we gotta sit there and take a look at some of her scenes. So I'm definitely looking forward to us getting to that. I'm I don't think that Matt Clark is going to be a match victim, and that's problematic. But like I said, Anne Jordan was fun for a while. Like she kidnapped she kidnapped Nikki. She did what she did with Nikki. You know, but she overstayed her welcome, and at that point I was like, okay, they just had her come back too many times, and I think at that point I was like, I was like, all right, now Anne Jordan's is getting annoying. But you know the sad thing is for the Days fans, for me personally, I know where this story is going to go. I know that Jennifer and Julie are going to be upset with Chad. I know that Chad is going to sit there and blame himself for Thomas, running into the streets. And I'm going to be honest, I do not give two flying fucks. Yeah, we were talking about that. Apparently, it was some sort of famous actor. Yeah, like I don't give two. I was like, yo, first of all, I don't know why they decide to sit there and reward Thomas after you flung a heavy ass pumpkin at a human being. Oh, you got good grades. Well, congratulations. That's what you're supposed to be getting. Your ass is still in punishment. Why am I rewarding you for it? Oh, we gotta sit there and cheer Thomas up because he's been feeling down about what he did. He should feel bad for what he did. He could have seriously injured Alex. Yeah, somebody kidnapped Kristen. Yep, you're right. Facts, Eagle. But again, I'm just like, I don't care. Honestly, that truth, I was like, bro, that's called karma. You flew a pumpkin at someone, and you could have sat there and seriously injured them. Yeah, exactly. Karma came for your ass. Oh well. Like, listen, listen. When I do my reviews on days, I'm gonna be a dick. I I do not care. They looking for somebody who's going to be more softer and gentler. They can go to Dish and Days. I ain't doing that shit. Like I'm not. I'm simply not. Nope. I'm more upset that Thomas actually ran to the world. Because Thomas probably traumatized that person that was minding their own goddamn business. This idiot decided to run into the street after having it out with his dad, like like he's in charge of shit. Like seriously, what universe is the parent supposed to be so petrified of running into somebody that used to sit there and date because their child doesn't like them? Like, I was one thing if they're like abusive. Exactly. You learned the goddamn lesson. Ash should have been sitting there looking both ways before he decided to run into the streets. His parents actually sat there. Um, Rachel bears responsibility also for putting that stuff in Thomas' head. Yes, she does. And you know what? Let me tell you something. If Rachel feels bad for what happened to Thomas, good. She should feel bad. She should absolutely feel bad. I want her to feel really bad. Facts. I mean, let me be honest. Little Rachel belongs in juvie. If you're going to be real, her ass has sat there and gotten away with so much shit. Have a good night, Sean. Yes, I will sit there and see you tomorrow. We're going to have a fun, fun, fun time. I can't wait. I've been working on this stream. I've been working on these two streams all this week. So we have fun. Have fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, she needs to learn her goddamn lesson in juvie. Johnson says, "Who do you think kidnapped Kristen?" That's a good question. I have no idea. I think I was so busy sitting there paying attention to Thomas that I totally forgot about Kristen. I mean, whoever it is must be somewhat powerful because, um, I mean, they took her out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, who has the reach to sit there and pull Pascal? I mean, I'm assuming it's Pascal with Sitwell and everything. It could be Tony. I mean, you gotta sit there and think about who has that type of reach. I mean, hell, it could be EJ. Who the hell knows? Tony actually be Andre. Oh, also, you know what? Fuck that. Abe was also bothering me today. I'm like, how are you gonna sit there and undermine your son? Like, what do you like? You gonna sit there and try to get him kicked out of the chair of the mayor? What's good, Tommy? You want to get him kicked out of the mayor chair? Like he's not half the mayor. Like, bro, uh, Abe's just been getting on my damn nerves. If we're gonna be honest. Tommy says yes. Mr. Shepard's doing too much. Yeah, Mr. Shepard needs a goddamn restraining order. That's what Mr. Shepard needs. I don't know what that means. Oh, why not put the nanny Mr. Shepard as the title? Because I feel like that's an inside joke that like only a handful of people know. So that's why I didn't do that. I want to put their actual names because most people don't know that joke. So like I get it, you get it, a couple people get it, but do I even have a picture of those two? Because I know I had a picture of those two at some point. Oh, yeah, dude, there you go. There you go. Claire Bear and Kyle. Oh, and fucking Beyond the Gates. Beyond the Gates. Yo, Martin's a piece of shit. Martin is a piece of fucking dog shit if I've ever seen shit before. Like, he got at Kat's throat because Kat and Chelsea was sitting there talking about sex. And his annoying, over the top, overbearing ass was like, I can't believe you sat there and you talked about that stuff. You got ideas in my daughter's head, so now I'm gonna sit there and quit for her. Bro, are you serious? Bro, I don't even rock with Cat like that on the normal, but you doing too goddamn much, bro. Like, bro, you act like an asshole, like for real. Oh, okay. You act like an asshole, like Martin was pissing me off today. I was on Cat's side. Johnson says Claire Bear is what we used to call Claire on days. Yes, yes, we did. Then she got on. Was it? I forgot which actress got on. What was it called? It wasn't Gotham. What was it called? Gotham Knights. What was that show on the CW? It was like Batman characters without actual Batman there. Marty needs to calm down. I get he's mad at what Samantha almost did, but yeah, exactly. I was like, bro, you lost your goddamn mind. You coming at Cat sideways like Gotham Knights. It was Gotham Knights. Okay, thank you. Cat lost me today on Eva. Oh my goodness, you called her you called him dad? Oh well, you can only have one. You can only have one daughter now. Okay, I guess that's kind of an easy pick. It's like, okay, cool. I can only have one daughter. My overprivileged, annoying ass daughter, Kat, or down to earth, come up, Eva. Yeah, I don't really think that's a hard choice. Like, oh my, and Shanice, why are they giving this woman so many goddamn speaking parts? Why are they giving Shanice so many damn speaking parts? Cat is jealous. Cat is just a jealous brat. The thing is, usually the thing goes with cat. The thing goes with cat. Sometimes cat can be annoying, but cat is interesting. Right? Like she brings a certain something to the show that's not like over the top annoying ass Leslie. I'm like, girl, you doing too much. But here's the thing though. I feel like I love how no one actually said anything about the screensaver. Um, oh, maybe because that's in a way. I had another picture too, but I don't fucking see it though. Oh, Cat has Samantha Brady energy. Mr. Shepard is so creepy. Mr. Shepard needs a goddamn restraining order. And his parents need to sit there and stop telling him to do shit that he shouldn't be doing. Focus on the goddamn company. Stop sitting there getting up in this girl's face. He doesn't seem like he learns anything. So thank you, Ego. At least somebody actually acknowledged this damn um thing that I've been putting up for a hot minute. Okay, cool. All right. Guess who this character is? All right. Let's everyone take a guess who this character is. And I'll tell you if you're right or not. If y'all can't guess, maybe I'll get another. Damn, Danny Bear is good. That's right, Eagle. Danny Bear is good. Oof. She gave that answer in 1 fucking millisecond. We have to sit there and do game night at some point. Holy shit. I miss Adam. Yo, Adam Chandler was the fucking GOAT, bro. We've been watching some like classic scenes of All My Children. Adam Chandler was the fucking GOAT. But yes, very good, Danny Bear. Where's the other picture? Okay, all right. Who's the other character? Yes, Game Night Soap Edition. Yes, Jonathan. Who's the other character? Ooh, okay, Jonathan. Okay. All right, broski. I see you. I see you. Yeah, Danny Bear. Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay, okay. I like that. I like that. She didn't just sit there and say babe. She said the recast. Okay. Okay, I like that. I like that. That was good. That was good. That was good. Okay. I like that. I don't want to take that picture off. I don't want to take fuck me. Okay, there we go. Amanda Baker as Babe. Okay, see now, now Jonathan just showing off. Okay, I like that. I like that. That's good. But yeah, Adarikas. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this. Also, join the membership program. Like it's fun, and I didn't get a chance to put it up. I should have did that, but we had some fun now this weekend. We all at some point had to sit there. The nanny leaves Mrs. Shepherd alone. Well, yeah, but Mr. Shepherd decides to sit there and emotionally blackmail the nanny by using his son as a way to get to the nanny. I can't believe that sentence actually made sense to me, but it did. It fucking totally did. I mean, that's what he's doing. He's literally using emotional blackmail, getting getting using his son to like soften up and bring the nanny back to him. Like I'm like, bro, is there like not a level that you won't stoop to? I mean, well, I wouldn't use my listen. I wouldn't use my son. If I had a son, I wouldn't use my son as an emotional blackmail, even if the chick was hot. And it's less charming when he does it. Yeah, it reminds me of Ty when Kyle's pathetic. It's like he forgot him and Summer were married. Yeah, it reminds me of Ty when he did it to Tia. To Taya. Oh shit. And it always worked. Todd used to do that with Tia when she always threatened to leave him. Hmm. He used Star all the time. Damn. Hmm. Okay. And Danny Bear, that comment's for you. Oh damn. Okay. Oh, Taya. Thank you. Taya. Kyle was charming. Kyle is arrogant. Taya. Taya Delgado. You know, Adam Chandler was the GOAT. Adam Chandler was the GOAT. Stewart was nice. Stewart was like, well, I mean, Stewart was obviously the good brother, but you know, eventually they did one up recasting Jr. They recast Jr. with somebody, and oh, Martin pissed you off too. Okay, good. You can join a club of people that Martin pissed off. 'Cause he was that dude was definitely doing too much. You know, it's funny when I hear other people talk about One Life to Live, and we've been watching like old classic scenes. It makes me like, damn man, like I should have probably stuck with All My Children. Johnson says RJ was recasted for the 2013 AMC revival because Jacob Young was back at B&B at the time. Oh, okay, yeah, he was. You're right. You're right. He was. He was. Who did he play? You're right. He was there. It made sense. He didn't know if the show was going to come back on or not. Totally right about that. Rick Forster. Didn't Rick Forster used to sit there and used to constantly, um, come at Ridge and remind him that he wasn't shit? Wasn't Rick Forster the guy who used to constantly come at Ridge and be like, "You ain't shit"? Like he had no problem sitting there coming for that man's neck. From what I understand, or from what people have told me. But yeah, I don't know. All My Joe was actually a good show. Johnson says it's too bad we can't use any clips of CBS. Otherwise, we could do. You're right because CBS are a bunch of stingy dicks. I mean, do you know how much I enjoy when we watch Annie Dutton? And then it was like, oh, you can't use this, or this isn't monetizable, and this won't reach certain countries, and that shit was annoying. He was a uh, I love it. I mean, besides Annie Dutton, which I fucking love, there was so many characters. There was a. I don't know if you was. I don't think you were there for the Bill Spencer night, but we were watching some old clips of Bill Spencer. Man, that old school Bill Spencer was the fucking goat. Like, there's a scene with him and Liam. If you need a motivational coach, yeah, if you, oh my lord, if you need a motivational coach, back then you go to Bill Spencer. Like, There's a scene where he's in there talking to his son. I'm like, I don't even think it was that far. Like it wasn't like in the '90s. Yeah, old school Bill Spencer. It's like fucking Chef Kiss right there. Like he was just the fucking goat. He was the goat. That was a fun night. I mean, before YouTube like ruined it afterwards, but like, and not like when YouTube ruined it during the middle of the stream because of the music playing. Yeah, there's a point where it was just great. It was just such a great scene. Oh no, CBS is just stingy, and it's not just Bold and Beautiful, Young and Restless. I mean, it's As the World Turns and Guide and Light, but we still got passions and all my children and stuff. So that's good. And As Another World Turns and Sunset Beach, hopefully, and Santa Barbara, we got those. So that's good. That might have been before my. Oh, okay. Um, so we still got like a plethora of like soap operas we could watch and stuff. And again, really good call. I'm not don't say who it is that we're gonna look at, but like it was a really good call though. And plus, I like the actor anyway. So like seeing that side of that person, I was like, wow, okay, you are wow. Hmm. Oh, Jonathan, how was the because you watched the soap Oscars. I didn't watch the soap Oscars. Like that shit was like 3 hours, right? It was 3 hours. It was online. I mean, it was just like it just seemed bad all around. Unfortunately, three first of all, 3 hours. Like even if it was on TV, 3 hours would have been too much. And like most people don't watch the other soap operas, right? So since Beyond the Gates wasn't actually considered for the Oscars, you were only dealing with technically four shows. Now, you know, I'm assuming they did like Hollyoaks, Coronation Street, Neighbors. Like they did a lot of the foreign soap operas, I imagine. But most U.S. like most people in the U.S. don't watch those soaps. I mean, some do. Well, they're not really popular. Let me put it this way. Well, no, it wasn't soap Oscars, but it was yeah, I forgot what it was called. But you know what I'm talking about, though. I mean, it might as well have been called the soap Oscars. It might as well. But 3 hours, like what was you doing? What was you doing for 3 hours? Even 2 hours seemed like it was a lot to justify for five soap operas. That means it wasn't just soaps; it was also the other daytime shows. And yeah, that's true. That's true. You're 100% correct. Like Kelly Clarkson got a show, and Drew Barrymore got a show, and some of the other shows. I mean, listen, I part of me looks at that and like when I look at those talk shows, I'm like, I feel like Like who watches those shows? Like, see, I'm okay. So I'm from an era of like Ricky Lake and Montel Williams and like those type of shows. Jessie, I don't remember her last name. Um, I'm from that era, right? Kelly and Mark or whatever. I don't know about that. I don't know about Drew. I don't know about Sherry. I don't know about somebody one of the Destiny Child's got a show too. I forgot her name, but like I'm not from from this era. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like those shows back in the '90s was a little bit more scandalous. I mean definitely Ricky Lake, but I forgot that those shows was included and plus the foreign shows. I mean, hell, I'd be a little bit more interested if they like why don't they put some K dramas in there? Oh, Sally Jess. Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, we from the same area. Yep, Sally Jess. Rafa. Yeah, yeah. No, seriously, listen. If, I think put some K drama some K dramas in there. What do they call those K dramas? Right? I do remember watching one for like a little bit. I think I watched like 7 episodes before I just I kind of just stopped and I got busy with other stuff. But they had this military soap opera or Korean drama called Descendant of the Suns. It was called Descendants of the Suns. I actually kind of liked it too. I mean, they had their romance, but they also had like their action in there too. But like their stuff is really short, so like they'll do one season, like maybe 30 or 40 episodes, and then like that's it. So, like it's hard to sit there and really get invested into any of their shows because they only do like one season and that's it. But yeah, it was called Descendant of the Suns, and it was on YouTube for a while too. Oof, okay. Talking so much, I almost kind of forgot they got to be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. That's like 3:50, 3:40, 3:45. Hmm. Yeah, so I think I'll sit in the stream here because we got to wake up hella early. But if oh, gosh. But if you are members, I will sit there and see y'all tomorrow. If you're not a member, make sure you join. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Shout out to Jonathan because he got me some good stuff so we could sit there and talk about on Sunday and Saturday. I got some good stuff as well. So definitely come through. Also subscribe to Danny here, even though her name is Miss Soap Opera Obsessed, which I'm still waiting for you to upload a video. I'm not being demanding. I'm just let me see. Okay. So I'm still waiting for you to come through with a video. Okay. I'm not even gonna talk about that. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream here. But members, I will be back tomorrow. Everybody else, I'll be back on Wednesday. I did. I sit there and peep your channel for a while, and I was like, I'm still waiting for that video. Well, I just I feel like if you upload something, it'll put you back into the algorithm, and at least people that may not know that, like you have another channel, you'll kind of be back. You'll be back, like at least a new video will be floating. And I feel like maybe it's just my imagination, but I feel like people will sit and be like, "Oh, okay, cool. You got another channel. What happened to your old channel, or whatever?" So, just an idea. Besides, I'm listening to this in your live stream. So yeah, definitely subscribe to Miss Soap Obsess. Um, and I don't want you to just get like four more people, but like I want you to get more than four more people though. So definitely subscribe to her. Um, yes, with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank everyone for joining. Have a good night, Tracy. Have a good night, Miss Soap Obsessed. Subscribe to her, seriously. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. Have a good night, Blackmon. Uh, Johnson says Mike Horton will also be back on days this week. He is Jeremy Horton's father. Hopefully, there'll be some good drama. I saw that. I was like, no offense, but like, I don't really care about like the um whatever celebration or awards that they're gonna be that they're giving. Like, a little bit before my time, and I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna really resonate with me. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Soap Chop without the Bostic. Good night, everyone. Hit the like button. Yes, hit that goddamn like button. Oh, the gala. Thank you. The gala. You are correct. Have a good night, Danny Bear 87. And also, again, subscribe to our channel. Um, Anybody who I miss, you know who you are. And like Johnson says, hit the like button because it does actually help. And I will see you on the next stream. Laters.